This is question number 6 on the November 2014 non-calculator paper. First thing I spot is the fact that there's a star next to the question number, so that means there's some quality of written communication marks, so I need to write a sentence as part of my final answer to get full marks. Steve wants to put a hedge along one side of his garden. He needs to buy 27 plants for the hedge. Each plant cost £5.54. Steve has £150 to spend on the plants for the hedge. Does Steve have enough money to buy the plants that he needs? Okay, so as you're reading the question, you need to think about what maths you need to do. And really, what I need to find out is how much these 27 plants are going to cost. And once I work that out, I need to find out whether, or decide whether he has enough money or not. So once I work out how much these plants cost, if it's less than £150, he has enough money. If they cost more than £150, he doesn't have enough for it. So what I need to find out is each plant costs £5.54. There are 27 of them, so I need to multiply that by 27. So this problem is really a long multiplication. It's a timesing. In order to do this, there are loads of techniques that you could use. Right? I'm going to use the box method, and what I'm going to start off with is I'm not going to use £5.54. I'm going to use 554. I'm going to work in pence and then put the decimal point back in at the end. I'm going to times that by 27. So I'm going to draw my box, and along the top and along the bottom I'm going to split up these numbers. So 554, I'm going to call it 500, 50 and 4, and 27 plants, I'm going to call it 20 and 7. And then I'll do the timesing for those, add up all the values, and that should tell me, once I put the decimal point back in, it'll give me an idea of whether he has enough money or not. So, doing the multiplication, I'm going to fill out the boxes inside. 2 times 5 is 10, and there's 1, 2, 3 zeros, so that's 10,000. 2 times 5 is 10, and there's 1, 2 zeros, that's 1,000. And 2 times 4 is 8, add a 0 on, 1 0, so that's 80. I'll add those up in a bit. 7 times 5 is 35, and there's 2 zeros. 7 times 5 is 35, and out of these two, there's just 1 0, and 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, so I've done my multiplication. Do a quick check to make sure it's correct. If you get all of these right, you are picking up marks as you go along. Now I need to add these up. 10,000 add 1,000 is 11,000, plus 80, that's going to give me 11,080. Okay, so take your time, write it down. This is going to be 3,500, add 350, that's 3,850. 3,850 at 28 is, I'm going to line these up, 3,878. Now you could add all of these up at the side. All 6 of these numbers, you could line them up at the side and add them up. I'm going to add these two to give me what my answer is. 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 5. Carry 1. 1 add 8 is 9. 3 add 1 is 4. And then the 1. So, what does this tell me then? The initial problem was to work out £5.54 times 27. So £5.54 times 27 is going to be 14958. I need to put the decimal point back in, 2 decimal places along. It's going to be there. So the cost of those 27 plants is going to be £149.58. And in the question, they told us that Steve had £150 to spend. So he does have enough money to buy the plants. And that's what I'm going to write. Steve has enough money to buy all the plants he needs. Okay, and that's pretty straightforward. Do make sure you write the sentence at the end. There are 4 marks going for this question. It is pretty straightforward. Do take your time, and you should get full marks in it.